The Nets play before the hometown crowd. We've got it for you tonight, live from Brooklyn, New York. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. Celtics are looking to end their road trip here with a strong outing.
And their first two games against this club, both being losses, losing 3 in a row would be a real tough pill to swallow. So I think they'll look to make their stand here tonight.
Well, it's the game. Within the game, looking at how you stack up head-to-head, and coaches know this. They're sure to remind their players, let's get them this time.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. Here's Tatum, and it's blocked. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Clock is at 3. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
And Brooklyn has possession. Outside, KD. Out to the wing. Out left to the wing. Here's Edie. Yes, that goes in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Excellent job finishing on the inside. Tatum doesn't fear going in amongst the trees.
Durant deciding where to go with it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
And that one is good from Suggs.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
Now here's Durant. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
15 seconds.
Brunson outside. Pass to Edie. Three-pointer. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And this is a guy who is really comfortable with the ball in his hands. Suggs so dangerous in the pick and roll.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to catch up with Brooklyn's head coach. Now, of course, I asked Coach what his plan was about defending Jason Tatum, and he said, I told our guys just to play smart, to play up on him, but not get baited into fouls, and try to get a hand in his face. Now, that's a difficult challenge for any defense, so we'll see what happens tonight. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Back to Durant. 20 feet out. Connects. The jumper drops.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Up top, Tatum. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Outside Durant. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only one. Away from being in the penalty.
Now into the lineup for your next.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And Katie, here we go. He gets that one.
And just so long and elusive on the drive. Durant excellent at finding ways to navigate inside.
Here's Tatum, and it's blocked.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. Love the recognition, realizes that one is all him.
Yeah, beating everyone up the floor and finishes off the break.
And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's foul number 2 for him. Right side Tatum. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
The 3 from Tatum. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Got a piece of it.
Well, I want to see more of this from Durant. Nice effort using his size to make an impact defensively.
And And here's Tatum for three. It's in and hoping this is the start of a new trend. 2 for 8 now from the field.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Outside, KD. He takes it in. And then Durant with the jam.
And with that remarkable wingspan, coupled with the leaping ability, Durant does major damage on those drives.
Now here's Tatum. He has 7. Puts one up from 19. And Durant slams it in.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Poke loose. Durant. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Nets leading by 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And look at Durant using that long stride to stay out ahead on the break.
.52 seconds left to play here in the first. Going inside. Durant trying to break free. Bucket is good.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the float.
Outside, KD. Pass to Edey. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game.
And there's a nice playmaking element to Castle's game, especially at 6'6".
Pass to Edey. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Here's Castle. No good on the triple. It's his first trip to the line.
First personal foul. Team's 5th foul.
That's good from Durant.
Shooting 2.
Durant nails both of them.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
And so it's Brooklyn holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nets.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively. Boy, they are getting out and running.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Greg, you've been a part of some great Attending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectation.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And now we've got some time to check in from the... sideline. You got for us, DA.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
He hits both from the stripe. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Celtics trailed by 6. Into the lane. Celtics passing it around. Here's Castle. And the layup is good. Castle's got his first bucket in this one.
Castle's so good up and down the lane.
Here's Shannon. Still without a basket. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Valanciunas. Now here's Boucher with the drive. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Wagner.
Not a problem. First turnover of the game, but overall, I like how they're taking care of the basketball.
Here's Castle. Here's Washington. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Brooklyn leading by 4. Here's Shannon. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Nets have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. That one is no good. Celtics trailed by 5. Green with the ball. To the inside. Here's Messi. He can't get it to go. Nice feed from Valanciunas. The Nets on offense. Screen by Valanciunas. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Shots good by Boucher.
He just sagged off just enough. And no hesitation on his part.
Here's Castle. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Stan, in a league of stretch bigs, Jonas Valanciunas is a true center.
He is, Kevin. And look, he'll occasionally take a three, but Jonas lives in the paint. He throws around that 265-pound frame. It's hard to defend him because we just don't see a lot of post players anymore.
Great jumper there from Brunson, living off that mid-range.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Castle. Another shot. Wagner. And he uses the glass on the layup.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Pass to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Strong finish by Valanciunas. He likes exerting his will close to the rim.
Here's Castle. Connects from three-point range. Castle's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Brunson outside. Clock at 6. To the wing on the left. And Valanciunas penetrating.
Valanciunas barreling downhill. I don't see anyone stepping in and taking a charge.
Pass to Wagner. Here's Castle. He's got 5. And finished off by Wagner.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
And it's a foul called on Mo Wagner. That's his first foul. And Brooklyn has possession. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Brunson. Brunson, hard finish inside.
Playing bigger than he looks. Brunson has a lot of heart.
Here's Castle. Pass to Washington. The 3. Valanciunas grabs the board. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They have a 9-point lead. Valanciunas with the ball. Now Boucher. 5 on the clock. Pulls up. High post. Rebounded by Castle.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And the shot goes in.
Castle has some of the best body control you'll see in this rookie class.
Here's Brunson. Pretty bucket inside by Brunson.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Castle misses. Nets leading by 9. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Celtics trailed by 11. Here's Castle. Can't nail the jumper. Now here's Durant. 12 points for him. Here he goes. Makes it off the glass. Durant's got 14 points for the game.
Even the contact can't trip up Durant's drive. He just powers past it into his shot.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
They need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
And it's Thibault in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Castle. He's got 7. An easy 2 points on the layup. He's got 9.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's KD. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be right back after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Nets leading by 11. Pass to Edey. Fires the 3 to the wing right side. Here's Shepherd. And it's Thibault in the corner. Off target with his 3. Celtics trail by 11. Right wing. Back to Tatum. This one for 3. And it's Durant with the rebound. Pass to Edey. Wells with the steal. Here's Koulibaly.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Here's Edey. The three-pointer is right on target. Edey's got 19 points.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Pass to Wells. Lets it go with a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Wells has got his second basket of the night. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
Edey gets the bucket.
Oh, great feed by Durant. There's way more than scoring to his offensive game.
They get it back. Pass to Suggs. And Peyton Watson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And here is Tatum. He has 7. And stolen by Thibault.
Well, that's why it's so important to seal off those passing lanes inside. Make them earn points in the paint.
Here's Koulibaly. A rebound by the Nets.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Celtics trail by 11. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And slam dunk by Tatum.
What a move by Tatum. Finishing strong at the rim.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
Yeah, D.A., it takes time, but nice to see his development. To the paint, here's Duren. It's deflected. In transition, here come the Nets. And stolen by Tatum. The 3. Edey with the rebound.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And he jams it with authority.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And Thibault sends it back. And he recovers it. Back to Duran. The shot misses. Good work defensively by KD. And coach this guy, Matisse Thibault. He really changes what you can do on offense with this defense.
Yeah, look, Matisse Thibault's as good a defender as there is in the league. He hasn't had that profile because we haven't seen him on TV as much, but he's disruptive. He causes turnovers. He blocks shots. This guy's as good as there is in the league.
So long and disruptive, a great word to use.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
.151 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Edey. Thibault for three. The shot will not fall. Celtics trail by 17. Tatum looking around. Boston again missing.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
There's the pick. Here's Edey. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. Tatum with it. He's got 9. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Now Shepard. Now here's Durant. He's got 18. Pass to Edey. And there's the dunk to finish it off.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Now Koulibaly. Back to Suggs. That's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And some changes here for the Celtics.
Substitutions on the court.
It's stolen by Watson. Here's Shepard. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Pass to Nisi. They need this one. The rebound by KD.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
From 13. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And so it's Brooklyn. guy with a 23-point lead heading into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Here's Castle. Pass to Misi. The shot missing. Nice feed from Valanciunas. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
It's going to go on Isaiah Collier.
And Caldwell Pope is a tough-nosed vet. He's used to getting hit on the way out.
So, Stan, we watched Kentavious Caldwell Pope's career, and he's played for a handful of teams, and he's been a starter on multiple title teams, including the 2020 LA Lakers.
Yeah, Kevin, I loved coaching him. This guy is a hard worker. He's one of the best conditioned athletes in the league. His stamina is incredible. He knocks down threes. It's not a coincidence that he's been on championship teams in 2 different cities.
Amazing. Pass to Valanciunas. No one near Boucher as he lets it go. Drills the three-pointer.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Here's Misi. Rebounded by the Nets.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's Collier. Pass to Misi. And he banks in the layup.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Brunson outside. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
And it's Collier missing. They are enjoying a commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Well, quick feet get Caldwell Pope straight to his bucket.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Wagner outside. Fires for three. And it's Jalen Brunson with the rebound. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. In the corner, it's Boucher. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Boston now. Pass to Misi. Back to Wagner. From outside the arc. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Brunson outside. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. So it's the Celtics now. We see coaches, Stan, willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. I'm going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah, my wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Here's Collier, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
And here's Brunson. Outside Durant. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Durant's got 21 in the game.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Collier kicks it out to Wagner. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
Well, nice pass there. Setting up Wagner in a good position.
Brunson with it. The rebound by Collier.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Here's Wagner. Got a hand on it. Outside Durant. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
And here's Brunson outside. Drills it from outside. Brunson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And Brunson more than comfortable shooting the three. And boy, is he efficient when he lets it fly.
And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's his third foul of the game. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Washington outside. Brooklyn with the rebound. Outside Durant. From downtown, Messi grabs the rebound. Here's Collier. Wagner outside. Pass to Washington. Off target from outside.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
Wagner outside. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And the Nets with possession. They're on a 13-5 run here. Here's Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Brunson outside. Shoots the three. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Count it, good.
And then can Brunson get going in a hurry? He's got his fingerprints all over this one.
From past the arc. Pass to Washington. From the arc. Edey with the rebound. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
This week in NBA 2K25.
There's a fresh clothing drop in the city. Limited to this week only. Check out new threads